All of you note down now. Suppose a plant, we are having the units with the specifications as unit 1 F1 is equals to 600 plus 7.1 P1 plus 0.00141 P1 square. For that unit 1, they given as a minimum and maximum values, that is a minimum generation up to which it can going to handle that load, that is 160 megawatts as a minimum and a maximum as 600 megawatts. Similarly, for unit 2, they given F2 is equals to 350 plus 7.8 P2 plus 0.00195 P2 square, and the minimum it should be 100 for unit 2 and maximum value they given as 450. Like that, the third unit F3 is equals to 80 plus 8.0 P3 plus 0.0049 P3 square. For unit number 3, the minimum they given as 50 and maximum as 250. Right. And also they given in the problem itself the fuel cost of each unit. That is the fuel cost for unit 1 equal to rupees 1.1, and the fuel cost for unit 2 is rupees 1.0. Similarly, for unit 3, rupees 1.2. This is per million BTU. BTU is nothing but you are very well know that British thermal unit, million BTU. And what they given, 3 units they mentioned, right? F1, F2, F3 they clearly mentioned the equations, and the minimum and maximum values given 160, 600, 100, 450, 50, 250, and the fuel cost for each unit they given, right? Now our intention was that which unit we can start at first and which unit we can start in the second, and which is the least preferred based on the economical condition. So how can we find that? By using this priority list method, we will check. All of you note down the solution. We need to calculate the full load average production cost for each unit, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. And based on that value, we can come to know that which one is least economical and which one is most economical. Okay, so by knowing that preference, we can go for combinations as per our priority list. Right. So in order to calculate the full load average production cost, first you need to calculate the cost of each unit, your F1. Sorry. Here I will tell for unit 1, the remaining unit 2 and unit 3 you can try now. So note down the cost of unit 1, that is your F1, this one, this is F1, is equals to 600 plus 7 point P1 plus 0.00141 P1 square. Here we need to substitute the maximum megawatt for P1. That is how much we are having the maximum megawatt. For P1 it should be 600. So substitute and tell me the value of cost of unit 1 F1. 600 plus 7.1 into 600 plus 0.00141 into 600 square. Do it in your calculator and tell me the cost of unit 1. Very important, ma. Just you need to focus on the methodology. See here how much we obtain. Your cost of unit 1 is 5367.6 MBTU per hour. Now we need to calculate the full load average production cost for unit 1. So therefore full load average production cost is equals to your how much the cost of unit 1, 5367.6, that is our F1 value, multiplied with your fuel cost for unit 1. What is the fuel cost for unit 1? Fuel cost for unit 1 is 1.1, right? So multiplied with 1.1, that should be divided with your maximum megawatts for unit 1. This is your full load average cost that should be coming under rupees per megawatt hour. How much it will be? The cost of unit 1 and the fuel cost divided by the maximum megawatt for unit 1. Once if you calculated, you can go for unit number 2 in a similar fashion. For unit 2, the same procedure. Cost of unit 2, that is F2 is equals to, what is that equation? 350 plus 7.8 P2 plus 0.00195, right? 0.00195 P2 square. So here P2 value is the maximum they mentioned as 450. So substitute that and calculate your F2. How much F2? Once you are calculated F2, calculate the full load average production cost for unit 2. This is unit 1. How much F2 you are obtained? Substitute that. Calculate first. What is the full load average production cost of unit 1? How many rupees? This value, full load average production cost. How much the value? See here, after decimal, minimum 2 to 3 digits are very important for these unit commitment problems. Don't take single digit.
9.84, sir.
9.84, right. 9.84. What are the units? Rupees per megawatt hour. If you are having any doubts regarding the units, how we can specify, just you can go through your problem. See here what they mentioned, the fuel cost for unit 1, that is rupees per MBTU, right? So here check with that units. Rupees per MBTU, right? And here this one is MBTU per hour. We are obtained the cost of unit 1. So MBTU will be getting cancelled. So in the numerator it should be rupees, in the denominator it should be hour, and in the denominator of the expression 600 megawatts. Okay, rupees per megawatt hour. Right, like that calculate for unit 2 and unit 3. For unit 2 it should be 4254.87. Okay, 42, good mark, good, very good. 4254.87, that is MBTU per hour. All right, now full load average production cost is 4254.87 into what is the fuel cost they mentioned? One, just one. So 1 divided by your maximum megawatt, 450. So now what is the answer for full load average production cost for unit 2? 9.455. Yes, good one, Nikita, correct. 9.45 rupees per megawatt hour. Remaining people also try to do, ma'am. Very important method. We are having only 3 methods in this unit commitment unit. This is the first method, simple method. Later we will go for dynamic programming, a little bit of complex, and later it should be Lagrangian multiplier method. Okay, so one method it should be mandatory, they will ask in your JNTU examination, so try to solve. So in the similar fashion for unit number 3, what is the cost function, the value of cost of unit 1? F3 is equals to 80 plus 8P3 plus 8P3 plus 0.0049 P3 square, 0.0049 P3 square. Here value of P3, the maximum, how much it will be? 250 megawatts they mentioned. Right, now by substituting 80 plus 8 into 250 plus 0.0049 into 250 square. So how much we will get for F3? I think you did it. F3 how much, ma? 2386. Right, good. 2386 is the correct answer. 2386.25 MBTU per hour. Now therefore full load average cost, full load average production cost, how much? 2386 multiplied with what is the fuel cost? Unit 3, 1.2. 1.2 by maximum megawatt is 250. The answer is 11.45. Good, Masarish. 11.45. 11.45 rupees per megawatt hour. Right. Till now, anyone having any doubts? How we are calculated for unit 1, unit 2, unit 3? Is it clear to everyone? Once it should be clear, we will go for prioritized list. Clear all of you? How we are calculated the full load average production cost for each unit?
Yes, sir.
Shall we go for a priority list? Now note down. So by observing that, what is the full load average production cost? Full load average production cost for unit 1. What is the value we obtained?
9.84.
9.84, right? 9.84. For unit 2, 9.45, right? And for unit 3, we obtained as some 11.25 or 11.45. It should be 11.45. All are rupees per megawatt hour. Right, done. So this is your full load average production cost, what we obtained, right? Now, based on this priority list method, here, the most economical should be which unit out of these three? The most economical unit. What is the most economical?
Second one, unit 2, sir.
Second one, right? Very good. So what is the least preferred unit to start up?
Unit 3, sir.
Unit 3, very good. So here I am starting with most economical, that is your unit number 2. The value we obtained as 9.45, and its minimum should be 100 and maximum value is 450. Correct? See here, the minimum and maximum for unit 2. Later it should be unit 1. Next preferred, followed by unit 2. The next one is your unit number 1. The value is 9.84 and the minimum value is 160 and the maximum value is 600. Later, the least preferred is unit number 3 with the price of 11.45, 50 and 250. Okay. Right. This is the priority list method. If there is any mentioning of, assume like that, any startup cost we can go for as a negligible value, then this scheme should be followed as for various loads. Now we need to check for various loads. You need to take another table as the combination and maximum minimum megawatt from that combination and maximum megawatt from given combination. This is the scheme of your schedule. So which units we need to turn on, which units we need to turn off. Okay, let us take your maximum load should be 1300. See how this 1300 will come, add all these three. 600 plus 450, 1050 plus 250 is 1300. So minimum should be 100 plus 160 plus 50. How much it will be? 260 plus 50, around 310. So in order to meet this minimum megawatt and maximum megawatt, how many units we need to turn on? All the three, right? So which unit we need to turn on first out of all three?
Second one, sir.
Right. So unit 2, later that should be added with unit 1. Later you need to turn on unit number 3. This is the combination 1. Right. And the combination 2. Combination 2 in the sense where you need to reduce, that is 100 plus 160. Reduce your minimum. That is you can take unit 1 and 2. So then your minimum should be 260 and maximum will be 1050, right? 600 plus 450 during this load. So what is the combination we can select? Only 2 units, right? Unit 2 and 1. So which unit again out of this unit 1 and 2 we need to turn on first again? Same, unit 2, later followed by unit 1. If the minimum megawatt is 100 and maximum is 450, another case where we need to turn on only unit 2 and the remaining should be in shutdown mode. This is your scheme of schedule as per our priority list method for different combinations for various loads. Clear, understand all of you the priority list method after doing numerical problem? Done. In the next class, shall we go for dynamic programming method? Solution to your unit commitment problem. It's a little bit of complex. We can go with this slowly. Now, can anyone take the screenshot for your attendance? Post in the group.